My name is Dave Parr and I'm the architect for the Burks and also the project manager for the repairs and renewals for the roofs of the barns and the repairs of the walls, as you can see here. We're in the process of erecting the scaffolding. The first part of the job will be to take the slates off and stack them and resize them. Following on from that, we prop the roof and the floor inside, all the structure, internal structure, so that we take weight off the wall. As you can see, the wall is failing where the long timber lintels are, because the water has got in behind the lintels and flushed out the filling of the walls. The 1970s buttress is going to be demolished, and where the wall bulges we're going to take the wall down and rebuild it again between door opening through to the far window opening. We retain as much of the wall as we can and then rebuild the outer skin of the wall in stonework. These walls were built with 2 layers of stone infilled just like a dry stone wall. Later it's been pointed up. The pointing is going to be raked out. We're going to use lime and sand. The lime allows the wall to breathe. It can take in the moisture and then release it, so it stabilises the wall. Part of the rebuild of the wall is to install 2 windows, one at the far end over this right hand one and one over the door. That will provide 3 windows at first floor level for the 3 bedrooms. As you can see, there's some repair work needed to that valley. This valley is over the link or the entrance area. Of course, the whole of the roof is to be stripped round to this step in the roof. All the slates will be taken off, insulated sarking membrane, which sheets underneath, is going to be laid over the top of the rafters, and a new valley with lead on it is going to be formed at that point and retain as much of the structure that's in the building as possible. And all we're going to do is to sandblast it so that we can enhance the features of this timber. We need to introduce some light in the entrance area, so we propose to put in a Velux roof height on this roof so that we can introduce light into what is going to become the dining area. As you can see, there's a large timber beam over that window which goes right over to here, which was the original size of the opening, because this was a cow shed. The beam, big timber beam there, the water has got into it, it's rotten, so we're going to replace that. The same thing has happened on the inside as well. So we've got a pier between that window and this window, because this window originally came to that line. This piece of pier is very weak because these 2 pieces of timber have failed and it's collapsed there. This was introduced to help strengthen it, but in actual fact what it did, it accentuated the situation and didn't really help much. We're going to prop the roof and the floor using the concrete floor inside and take this down once we've taken the weight of the roof off. This area then, the wall is going to be demolished and it rebuilt, ending up with a window about that size and a window about this size. We're on the north side of the building now, and that way is Crinkle Crags. Behind the cameraman is Greyfriar and Dowcrag, and it is a stunning place, and it's always like this in the Lake District. Anyway, just to explain what we're going to do on this side. Again, we're taking the slates off the roof, but all we're doing on this side is to level up the eaves. As you can see, it's dips where there's been some settlement, and we're going to introduce 2 small slit windows which will light the landing at the top of the stairs at the first floor. We'll take out the stonework and then form splayed reveal on the inside, perhaps with blockwork or stonework, so that we can finish off the inside at a later date. So that's the extent of the work on this side, as well as taking off all the old sand and cement, pointing again and repointing with lime mortar.